Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 120. One, Omaha.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Scott Miller, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Shut. Take the mix out low. Check 56. Ain't no run. Let's rock.
On first and 10, Dobbs. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing here, Dobbs. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, Johnson, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. The open man here, Renfro. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Second and goal from inside the 5. There's Dobbs to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Hunter Renfro. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Let's go. 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Back. That's free.
Back to throw Dobbs. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Maher is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player.
Here we go.
Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Under 10. Rush in. Hey, alert. Hey, high 7. 54.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. The catch made by Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Here we go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Kill. He's gone. 11.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half as the Bears push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Dobbs. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming at you. Wait. Watch it. Topper. Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
12. 53 to Mike. 53.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Let's go.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the Eagles' 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. 21.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
65.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Tighten up. Check. 11.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, and discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Watch the run.
Black.
Check 31.
One, Omaha.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
21.
Check 3. He's checking. Crash. Kill.
80 weapons.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And Thomas has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To Michael Thomas. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, alert.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 10, Dobbs. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Right there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
We want it. Come to my world.
Lock.
Now play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Watch the shot.
Protein spill.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
One, Omaha.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
Check, 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 check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
21, 21. Hey, Charlie.
54, right there, 54, Mike. No chance.
65, 65.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going deep this time for Miller. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and inches, Dobbs. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. On first down, Dobbs underneath for Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Dobbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's McCaffrey. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on.
Lock.
Tight dog. Alert flare.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Dobbs. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Dobbs. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Dobbs is throwing. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go defense. Our time. It's our time.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Check.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 99.
21. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. Dobbs. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Dobbs, he's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here we go. 180.
53. Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it hot.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bears, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at